conscious of, and what I always responded to, is what's ever happened outside of me. I feel like I'm a victim of whatever has happened. You know, I was in carpet sales because I got thrown out of school, so I wasn't just going to sit at home, and I was colorblind, so carpet sales. It seemed like I worked in a carpet warehouse, so it seemed like the natural thing to do, and I went with it, and I was a pretty good carpet salesman.
Were you really? Yeah. So
I like to think I was. I did. I sold a lot of ugly colors because people thought I knew more than I knew. I'm a very good salesman. So, and then I went to Yuck Yucks because I read in the papers that this was a great, form of entertainment. I went to Yuck Yucks as an audience member, and Mark Breslin came out on stage and he said, "If you think you can do this, why don't you show up Monday night at midnight?" to the audience. And everybody at the table said, "You know, you should do it because you're kind of funny." So I did. And then he said, "Come back." So now I was a comedian. All of a sudden I was a comedian. So I guess I changed my brand. I wasn't a carpet salesman. I was a comedian. And then I went out to California and I started doing comedy shows, and then I thought I should do a sitcom, so I went and sat down with a casting lady, and she said, "Can you act?" And I said, "I don't know." And then she had me read these little sides that part of a script that I didn't understand, because there was all this medical jargon, and I went in and I read for the producers, and they said, "You got it, you show up Monday." And I was on a show called St. Elsewhere. Yeah. Thank you. And then, it just happened. So I was an actor, I was a serious actor, and I changed my brand. And then they heard my funny voice, and that became Bobby's World on Saturday morning. And then I became Saturday morning cartoon, which was huge. You know, it got nominated for an Emmy, and it played in 65 countries, and it's not anything I planned to do, but it happened. And then I'm in the middle of something, so it's for me.
But do you see what I'm talking about when I say you have that Midas touch?
No, but here's the key. Here's the key, and this is why I think they would have me and how it pertains to this. And I tell this to my children, and I tell this to my friends who are in regular businesses and whatever you're going to do, I think you have to be conscious of what is going on around you. I think that what happens is people come up with a system in their life, or just a path that they've carved out for themselves, and that's what they go with. And you find it when you're a baby. You know, when you're a baby, you probably come out of the womb and you're lying there and you're hungry and you make some noises because it's uncomfortable, and somebody gives you food, and then you realize everybody around you is using words, so you start to learn words, and you go, "Hey, this is a better system if I just ask for food." And then you figure, your knees are sore, so maybe if I get up on my feet and walk, I can get places faster. And then you get to school and you see what people are wearing, and then you go, "I want to dress like that, I'm aware." And then we get to a certain age where we kind of shut it all down, where we whether we go into business, we come up with a system, we come up with the way we dress, the way we look, the way we're going to operate our business, and that's it. And we kind of lose our peripheral vision. And the thing is that if you're aware of what's happening around you, and you're open to it, and you kind of go with the flow, your life will change, And
just let it take you, right?
Yeah, I'm in my mid-50s, and I'm big on Twitter, and just because that's what people were doing, and it's a fun way to communicate. It's a fun way for me to promote. It's not a new brand. It's not a new way of doing things. I think that people just have to be open, and I've always been open. Not always. I said no to Deal or No Deal 3 times. Yes, because I said I didn't want to be a game show host. The connotation of being a game show host would be horrible and would be the nail in the coffin of my career. My wife said, "Why? Go ahead."
No, I was going to say, why would you think that? Because there's been some amazing game show hosts, like some very respectable, like the Trebeks and the Monty Halls. And
yeah, but they do, what Monty Hall does and what Alex Trebek does is not how I see myself. I respect them, and they're wonderful, but I'm a comedian, and I probably made fun of game shows. But that being said, it was normal, so I get it. I kind of shut down. I said, "I'm a comedian, I'm an actor, I'm not a game show host." And then my wife said, "You're an idiot, take the deal." So I did. And because I took that deal, that opened up doors for me. I've been able to make a production deal at Universal, and I produce things, and I'm buying foreign formats and creating television that I'm not in, and I'm directing, and I'm writing, and I'm doing other things because of Deal or No Deal. You don't know what door opens up for you. So again, my brand has changed to being I reinvented myself as a producer because of that. So you never know where it's going to come from.